This year, Rural Media's POV, Point of View programme, has consulted with over 330 children and young people in Bromyard and surrounding area to create a snapshot of their experiences, ambitions and ideas on shaping the town's future.
It's 8,500 words of what the children and young people are saying. We're going to give you the highlights.
Children and young people have voiced their concerns, but also their loves about where we live.
The data is split into age groups. Let's hear from the Year 5 and 6 St Peter's Primary pupils first.
We are pupils from Year 5 and 6 from St Peter's Primary School in Bromyard.
We've been making poetry and drama.
We've been thinking about what we like and what we dislike about Bromyard.
We've been thinking about the future and how Bromyard may be different.
We had ideas about how everybody can be safe in Bromyard.
We have been working with Tony and Callum from the POV project in the Rural Media.
This is our school, St Peter's Primary School. There are gates, apple trees and benches. The adventure playground, the hut and of course toilets. At school there could be more sports clubs.
I hate I have to walk to school, it's way too long. I like walking on the downs with my dog.
And with that, here is the Bromyard Downs. There are lots of trees and hills.
I like the Bromyard Downs because I can walk my dog.
I don't like the fact that when I try to get a cake or sausage roll from Lemons, there's always long queues.
I love Lemons because of the treats.
This is Bromyard. There are houses, flats and bungalows. There is Conquest Theatre and Halo, churches, co-op, bakery and coffee shops.
Some people are mean, but luckily it's only teenagers.
Everything is too far.
I don't like that there isn't a sweet shop anymore.
What I like about Bromyard is the park because it has loads of different equipment like the zip wire.
There's always teenagers at the park messing around.
This is the park. There are swings, slides and roundabout. There is a zip line, rock climbing and goals. There's a shelter and benches. It is great.
I like that everybody knows your name, and I love the library and I like the Kempson Park. I love the park because my friends are always there.
Bromyard Downs around the town. River flows through the beautiful calm hills. Old but beautiful, small and friendly. Marvellous fields glimmering against the sunlight. Young people all with dreams. All types of leaves are seen by people. Really cool cafes. Don't worry, you're safe with your friends.
What St Peter's Primary School means to us. Creativity encourager, mind challenger. Book explorer, knowledge yearner.
Bromyard is dreadful for people my age or younger, especially with some old, not so nice, friendly older men.
It's absolutely ridiculous how much racism and homophobia there is in our town. As someone who's experienced horrible homophobia, it needs to be stopped. Now, not in 10 years.
Bromyard is a nice town on the outside, but when you really dive in, you see the mishaps. Children under 16, vaping, doing drugs, talking inappropriately, and so on. It can make you feel disregarded and unsafe.
Something positive about Bromyard is some fat, but something negative about Bromyard is the park doesn't have as much fun equipment that other parks have.
Bromyard is alright, but I think there needs to be more things to do in Bromyard, such as more clubs for our age group.
The biggest challenge for me in Bromyard is the lack of things to do. I'm involved in my town because I have such fond memories of growing up here, and I've watched it start to crumble, and I'm not going to let that happen.
I moved to Bromyard about 5 years ago. I think Bromyard is a lovely town, and I have met some amazing people in the process. However, I have also met some not so amazing people. I have heard some horrible things. People being xenophobic, racist and homophobic. People vaping, drinking, doing drugs underage. Sadly, the list goes on. We need to take these things more seriously and take action. POV POV asks young people, what do you love and appreciate about Bromyard?
The park.
The public hall.
The community.
The skate ramps for sitting on.
Shanfat and Ramos.
Shanfat and Ramos! The library.
The leisure centre and gym.
Public footpaths and fields.
Public events.
We ask what's challenging about where we live.
Drunk people.
Too many young people vaping.
Buses late for school.
Nowhere to go.
Park is not safe at night.
Dangerous out by yourself.
We ask children and young people what changes would you like to see happen.
Bookshop. Swimming pool.
Better skate park.
Aldi or Lidl.
A youth cafe.
A cafe in the park.
More wildlife places.
More places to do stuff. Park needs lights and more equipment and better use of the lower field.
Younger people to be more respectful, less terrorising.
More police.
We made 3 surveys for the children and young people of Bromyard. One for those in year 5 and 6, 9, 10, 11-year-olds. One for years 7 to 9, the 11 to 14s. And one for year 10 and 11, the 15 and 16-year-olds. All of the results of the survey can be found in the report, and I urge you to read them in full. One of the saddest aspects of the report is the lack of aspiration or feeling that anything can or will change. One year 10 pupil said, "It's easier to get weed than get work." And another said, "It is too small. There is no civilization. The shops are overpriced along with the fuel garage. There is only one park, so I always bump into the kids that bully me. If you want to go anywhere, even on a decent walk, you have to drive there. Everyone is indignant, loud and stubborn. Me and my family have had neighbour trouble. There is no culture. There is no diversity. You cannot be yourself. Everyone drinks, smokes and takes drugs. There is no decent library."
Here are the key insights into the consultation findings. Activities. There is a lack of activities in clubs, especially sports, that are free or low cost, available for children and young people.
Amenities. There is a lack of amenities and space for young people to meet and hang out that's dry and safe.
Tension. There is tension between teens and younger children, particularly in shared spaces like Kempston Players Park.
Safety. A wide range of children and young people are feeling unsafe. The reasons include lack of visibility of police, racism and abuse from older teens.
Public transport. Young people report multiple issues with public transport, including late running, lack of service, cost and overcrowding.
Vandalism. Equipment in the park has been vandalised, the shelter roofs removed and are not being replaced, and everyone suffering from actions of the few.
Lack of influence. Children and young people are feeling they have little or no influence in the services affecting them and their voices are unheard. Future. Many children and young people stated that they intend to move away from Bromyard in the future. What does this mean for the future of our town?
Swimming pool. No swimming pool despite many years of it being discussed. This has come up time and time again. Children and young people having to travel to participate in regular swimming and sports activities, and when lifts cannot be provided, participation in these activities ends. Let's hear from St. Peter's about feeling safe.
Different ways of making Bromyard safe. I would like less roadman because they bully little children.
To make Bromyard safer, I would add more police officers.
I would like a police officer near the roads and a police officer who helps people get across the road, like elderly people. And I would like a police officer near parks.
I would like more ambulance in Bromyard because lots of people get hurt.
I would like to see more policemen so it is more safe.
I would like people to be safe by teaching other people to be a police and telling people to stop bullying others.
I would like more police officers and being able to use self-defense and not get into trouble because of personal safety.
I would like people not being racist and no more unkind teenagers. I would like people to be nice, be kind and no meanies.
We need to stop bullying. What we should do to help make people feel comfortable in Bromyard is let them be themselves.
If you see someone in the park or everywhere sitting alone, you can go and play with them. I think we should add safety volunteers around the town so if anyone gets in trouble or lost, they can help.
We need to have more kind people and safe places to go and live.
I think we should hire more police so new people can get settled in.
To make Bromyard feel safe for everyone, we can be kind and helpful to one another, especially to people who are new to the area.
I think we should have park monitors, which could be year 11 children who learn better from what they've experienced so far.
To make everyone feel safe, we need a teenager-free zone.
We need to get all teenagers to be sensible around children. I think teenagers should be more kind and respectful to younger children.
Go to high schools and to tell them how to make kids feel safe when they're around them.
To help make Bromyard the dream town, we need to accept people for who they are and have nicer cashiers. Everyone's unique.
POV report recommendations. The recommendations have been created to inspire, influence and inform change in Bromyard and the surrounding area that have all come directly from children and young people's needs and ideas.
1. Youth worker-led. Quality youth provision is needed in town with sessions split into different age groups for appropriate activities.
2. A regular, free, central youth club led by professional youth workers, supported by volunteers for young people aged 9 to 12 years.
3. A youth cafe / inside space for young people aged 13 to 14 plus to meet, chill, buy food, space for conversation, signposting and support.
4. Promotion of the diverse range of activities, new and existing, to be offered in the town for children, young people and families, including those with SEND delivered by existing organisations.
5. Regular girls indoor, coach-led football sessions for 11 plus at the Bromyard Centre Halo. 6. Youth targeted activities and gym sessions at the Bromyard Centre /Halo that is funded or low cost and sustained over a period for people to attend.
7. Funding and support for the shelter is to be fixed at Kempton Players, in consultation with the police regarding drug-related prevention for the lower shelter.
8. Create a way for young people to be able to report issues with equipment at the park to the Kempton Players Committee, plus support for the committee to communicate back with the town regarding issues, plans and need for volunteers.
9. Additional new equipment at Kempton Players, with 8 separated areas and improved football goals. Currently, the nets are put out and brought in daily due to vandalism, which is unsustainable for volunteers.
10. Better relationship with police /PCSOs, an opportunity for police-led activities, increased visibility, regular school visits and surgeries, plus increased presence.
11. Opportunities to be made available for young people to volunteer and participate in community activities to build their responsibility as members of the community.
12. Acceptance is needed from the community that young people are allowed to hang out, take up space, without that meaning that they are engaging in antisocial activity, but for antisocial behaviour, criminal activity, to be dealt with better.
13. Have a town conversation about a swimming pool. Is it ever going to happen? And if not, can a line be drawn and can transport support be offered to get children and young people to Tenbury Wells /Malvern /Hereford pools?
14. Establish a youth task force or working group whose members, including Bromyard Town Council and police, regularly come together to action plans responding to issues and information shared, led by Talk Community.
15. One-to-one surgeries between POV and key stakeholders to explore in detail specific data.
And now, over to Bromyard, Courtyard, Conquest, Youth, Theatre, who have been created with the data.
We have beautiful countryside surrounding us. But there's nature everywhere.
And some of the equipment here at Halo in the park is broken.
PT said that sports, litter and the park were their priorities. Is that the same for you?
Well, sort of. It's more that, at our age, we want stuff to do. Like a safe place to go, to hang out. Like the park?
The park's not safe because of all the teenagers.
And we can't get anywhere else because the buses are rubbish. And we need somewhere to go, like a youth club. One we can actually get to.
We need more activities, like a wider range.
For everyone, at different ages at different times. And it's got to be free or affordable at least.
The young people here are terrible.
They are better, aren't they? Just terrible.
Would you let me finish my sentence before I whack you with my cane? The young people here, and they're not in anywhere really, are terribly misunderstood.
I would like to invite Lizzie Hackney from the Diocese of Hereford to share some information with us. Lizzie, what news do you have?
Thank you for your question. I'm just one of many people who really care about Bromyard and really care about the things that you've shared. And we were so overwhelmed with just the amazing information you gathered and all the points of view that you gathered that a group of us got together. So there was me from Hereford Diocese and some of my team members as well. And there were people from Talk Community and people from Rural Media. There were people from the local council, and there were people from Hope, and people from Halo, and the Methodist Church, and this church, and the High Sheriff as well. And we started to look at what you said. So we started with what you said, and we thought about what we got. And we thought this is going to be a really long journey, but there's some things we can do already. So we are definitely going to put on some football sessions and indoor football sessions for women, for girls rather. And we're definitely going to start doing a drop-in here at the church and in other venues and youth cafes. And we are definitely going to do some family sessions at the Methodist Church so that families can support one another. And we are definitely going to learn more about how we can support you and train local people and other organisations to work with young people better and do a much better job. But that's just the start, because everything we want to do, we want you to lead us in that. So we definitely want to support you being young leaders and you showing us what you want us to do next. So we're not at a swimming pool stage. But I really hope others can make that happen. And I really want to do everything I can to support you. And everyone who got together and started that journey want to do everything we can to support you all to do that too.
I would like to invite the Mayor of Bromyard, Councillor Mark Franklin, up to the stage for a quick interview. Please tell us some of the good things you see young people doing in Bromyard.
Well, I think our young people contribute immensely to the life of Bromyard. They're involved in so many things, in the uniformed organisations, Scouts, Guides, Brownies, the Cadet Force, also in sports facilities. And I take on board the point about access to sports facilities. That's something that we need to look at and see what we can help with that. The festivals, things like the Scarecrow Parade. I mean, what a wonderful event that is. It's lovely to see our young people joining in with these things. We see you joining in with a theatre group, and we've just had a wonderful performance this morning in music, and also just working to make your community better. I was until a few months ago a governor up at the QE, and it's been my privilege on a number of occasions to be part of the panel shortlisting candidates for head boy and head girl, and to get a chance to speak to people. And what's really struck me in that is just their concern for each other and for the community. And of course, some of that has come through in what we've heard this morning. So yeah, I think we're immensely grateful to our young people, and we would like to support you a lot more.
And what can you and the Town Council do to help improve life for children and young people here?
I think the first thing we need to do is to listen. I think we need to get an awful lot better at that. We have sort of discussed only from time to time the idea of a youth council. Hereford has one. We don't know. I don't know how that would work, but it's something I think we need to look at, because you've told us a lot of things this morning, which I think have come as quite a surprise to some of us, and so we're really pleased to have that feedback. But we need to find a way of hearing your voices and getting you involved really in the future.
I would like to invite Helen Bowden, High Sheriff of Herefordshire, to answer some questions. What do you wish to see change in Bromyard for young people?
I would love kids to be happy, feel safe, feel they can have fun, feel they can have a future. You've got some very talented kids here. They've got a future. They've got a future, but we want to make sure they feel like they've got a future in Bromyard. And I think we need to get on. Now we've just said, we've heard some stuff, that some really good things are starting to happen, and now we've got to make it happen. So we've got to give you lots of things to do. Not just football, by the way, I'm a netball coach, and we just got new netball courts up at Bromyard QE, and they're great. All right, so we need to get on now and give you guys lots to do.
Poppy, Rika and Natalie have been working with POV, using creative writing and animation to respond to some of their feelings about the town. We will start with the animations on screen and then hear from them live.
Walking through your crowded streets, there's a joy that fills the air. Children with hands full of treats, they're all heading for the fair. Walking through your bustling town, all the people stop to say hello. No one wears a frown, nothing fraught, it's just mellow. Walking through your happy square, nostalgia hits you deep. All the memories you have shared, a fire could not deplete. Walking through your memory lane, your tears at what unfolds, the place that makes you truly sane. Let's see what the future holds. This isn't a theatre. It's a safe haven for the resistors who won't follow the crowd. A place to be free of ridicule and torment. A place to grow into someone bigger than those who put you down. "365 days, I'm here. Through the ups and downs, sun or rain, I linger on. I try not to take the misuse to heart. I focus on the good, pure, memorable moments, like family reunions, first time on the swings, or finally learning how to ride your bike. That's what I'm here for." Bromyard expectations. Be a farmer. If you're not a farmer, you're going to be in the farming industry. If not, you're trouble, plain and simple. Walking on your own without some adult watching over your every move is impossible. If you enter a shop, the owner hunts you down with their eyes like a predator monitoring its prey. You're not expected to go anywhere. Leaving is quite absurd. If you have big plans, you're laughed at. Try thinking smaller. Be realistic. Laughed at for wanting a future. Laughed at for trying to bring change. Laughed at for dreaming big. Walking through your littered streets, a stench, it fills the air. The dangerous vice of legal treats, no joy, no fun, no fair. Walking through your abandoned town, people don't need to say hello. All they do is moan and frown, no peace, no calm mellow. Walking through your ghostly square, loneliness hits you deep. There's so much room to be shared, memories burn away, they deplete. Walking through your empty lane, this destruction just unfolds. What happened to the normal, the sane? Who knows what the future holds?
Dear Bromyard, I'm sorry. So unbelievably sorry. We failed you. Failed to give you the respect you deserve. Failed to use you in the way we should. Failed to provide you with all we could give. And for that, I'm sorry. Truly, deeply sorry. Is it too much to ask to use areas without vandalism? To spend time with the community? To not litter and pollute you? It's my generation, my peers, my people, and your future. If we are the future, we're doomed. So I'm sorry, but it's come to it. If we don't change, what future of you will we see? I know. A polluted wasteland of rubbish and destruction. And for that, I'm sorry. But there are those of us who are trying. The fighters, the resistors, who love and treasure you with all our hearts. But we're outnumbered, outgunned, outmaneuvered. But we won't stop trying. We must let your memory live on, to remind us all of the happy days in a time when we need it most.
Dear Bromyard residents, thank you. And most of all, I hear you. I hear you trying. I hear your cries for action, your call to arms, and know that I love you. I see all you're doing, and it reminds me of my days of glory. The gala, the festivals, but most of all, the kindness. Not just to me, but to one another. Now use that kindness to do something to help me. Listen. Listen to the advice. Listen to the story. Listen to the people who are here now before they are gone. Maybe you've just forgotten. Maybe you have grown tired of me, or maybe you just don't care. Whatever the reason, I'm here. I care for you, and I forgive you all. All my love, Bromyard.
I would like to invite Dr. Ellie Chowns, our MP, to make a closing remark in response to our presentation.
Honestly, what an immense privilege to have been here in this room today, to hear all of these young people share so much, share their thoughts, their frustrations, concerns, but also joys, delights, hopes, dreams for the future, and most of all, sharing amazing creativity. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Can we have a huge round of applause? For the presentation team, you know, being up front for an hour and a half in front of a huge audience, I mean, it's quite a thing, isn't it? For the amazing poets from St. Peter's, for the fantastic team from the Conquest Theatre. Honestly, I think it's just absolutely inspiring, in fact. I had a look at the report this morning before I came here, and you've all brought it to life beautifully. And yeah, there are things in there that I hadn't realised. There are things that are absolutely, really should make us think. I hear what you said about the racism, homophobia, xenophobia that you see, that you hear, that you experienced. I hear what you say about your frustrations around not feeling safe, the tensions between different age groups. We've all got, whatever age we are, a huge responsibility to really listen to this and to absolutely respond. And I think your recommendations are brilliant because there's just so much clarity there. And it really isn't rocket science, right? It shouldn't be beyond us, all of us together, to respond to that and to make some of that stuff happen. So I absolutely promise, if you give me a little piece of paper, the pledge, wherever it was that you were talking about, Tony, I will totally sign that, because I think, you know, it would just be such a huge privilege to be part of that, helping Bromyard as a town to respond to this with the care and the creativity that you've talked about. And there is one word that has been a recurrent theme in everything that you've talked about today from all of these groups. And that word is kindness. I've just heard it so many times this morning. The kindness that each of us can give each other in any situation. And so thank you, all of you who've performed today, for your kindness in sharing with us so openly your thoughts and dreams about how we can make our town better. And thank you everyone for your kindness in being such a brilliant audience for everyone performing for us here today. Once again, huge round of applause for everybody.